everybody, and welcome to another episode of
Allegedly Credible.
I'm Danielle, aka Lady Faye.
And I'm Mel, aka Mel Supremo.
And just so you know, as we give this disclaimer, first let me tell you our simplistic overview. We are two friends and we give our advice based on our life experiences and journeys. So, based on that, I'm going to give you guys this disclaimer. Our thoughts and opinions are constantly evolving, and we do not claim to be experts, and we won't always agree with each other, and that's totally okay. And we're hoping that you guys take whatever advice you need and do whatever you want with the rest. You know, you're free to think however you want. Okay. So this episode, Mother's Day is going to be this Sunday. And we wanted to pay tribute to our mothers by talking about things we got from our mamas. The title is called I Got It From My Mama. Okay. So we're going to start with this question. And I'm going to ask, who should I ask first? Actually, I'm going to ask Mel first. Okay. You ready?
All right.
What do you think you have the most in common with your mom?
My sense of humor.
Your sense of humor?
My sense of humor. I definitely got that from my mom because we can get very dark.
I think what I have most in common with my mom is I have a no nonsense approach to life. I don't like drama. I don't like dealing with drama. I don't want nobody in my business. Then don't mess with me, because then I gotta hurt you. I gotta
Don't cross Miss Lita because she'll pull up on you. Actually, isn't that weird that like both of our moms ain't afraid to like throw down if need be?
That's very true. So I'm gonna go with you, Mom. What do you think that me and you have most in common? And then could you answer what you think you have most in common with your mom?
Well, Danielle, you hit the nail on the head. It's the no nonsense approach. I like the simple, just pleasant things in life. But if push comes to shove, yeah, you know what needs to happen. But I do believe that came from my mom. My mom was a no nonsense sort of person. And she said, if you don't start none, there won't be none. So that's where we're at in life. And she was very simple, to do things a simple way. After having 11 children, she knew what needed to happen and when it needed to happen. She always followed the who, what, where, when, and why of everything. So I got that from her, and I'm glad that I passed it on to you.
And you're right, because we ask a lot of questions. We ask questions all day, every day, all day. I gotta know what's going on, who gonna be there, how many people gonna be there, how long is it, what's going on. Like I gotta know every single detail, period, to the end.
Exactly.
This one ain't the same.
Just tell me where I gotta be. I'll be there eventually.
Eventually. That's right. Because sometimes I'll be like, yo, Mel, come on now. Anyway, so Mama Claus, what about you? What do you feel like you have most in common with Mel?
The one thing that you totally got from me is your love of overalls. And I'd have to say, I can't say that your gentle nature does come from me, but your gentle nature to animals come from me.
And
your
then
mom,
your
grandma.
I guess I'd say our sense of humor. We both like comedies. We both like to sing. We both like to just relax.
What would you say is different about you and your mom? I'm gonna start with Mel. What do you think is different about you and your mom?
The difference is my mom is a lot more calculated and tactical than I am. Like I'm very goofy, and my mom is goofy too, but my mom, she's skilled. My mom is skilled and very she has forethought, and I have afterthought.
Would you agree with that, Mama Claus? Would you agree with that?
I have a more analytical. I like to be prepared. I need to have stuff around me at all times that'll allow me to be flexible when things change direction. So I kind of like I'm like I guess the Boy Scouts den mom, always prepared. There's always going to be something, so you got to be flexible enough.
I got you. I
That's
see.
that's y'all.
Yeah, cause this girl, oh
I'm
my
very
God.
adaptive.
Yeah, she all over the place. She all over the place. I already know. And then let's see. What about for me and my mom? Actually, Mom, I'm gonna let you go first. What do you think is different about me and you?
Well, Danielle, I think you should go first.
I asked you. I'm the host.
I'm the host here.
No, I think the host should go first. Go right ahead. It's your platform.
Oh God, oh, because it's my mother. I think.
Yeah, Danielle, don't tell your mom what to do.
Let's see. I think that. Okay, I'm gonna put it this way. I am kind of a person who is all over the place. My mom calls me snowflake because I can go from one thing to the next to the next to the next, and it's not really an organized chaos. It's just chaos, and I have to. It's like weird. I am organized, but only in certain areas of my life, where my mom can remember where she put something and it's in that specific corner and it will be in that corner and she knows exactly where she put it.
She can
where
recall it.
I can have something 5 seconds ago, put it down somewhere and not know where I put it.
Yeah, where are your keys at?
I have a system now. My keys are hanging up. Thank you very much. Okay?
Are they? Because I don't see them.
Shh, hush. They're hanging up. So I would say that's the difference. Like I'm kind of more chaotic when it comes to organization, where my mom is where like she can have, I'll put it this way, she can have something in a box stacked up and know which box it is in. It could be like it's the third box down and
on
know
the
that
left
that's
corner
on the left side. And I'll be like, okay, and then it's something else that's like, okay, this is Danielle. Where'd you put your wallet?
We actually
it's in
found,
the house.
No, it wasn't. Not last
night.
No,
not last night. But I'm just saying, in general, I'll be like, it's in the house. It's somewhere. It's either in the house or
she
in the
knew
car.
where it was. It just wasn't with her.
Yeah,
but she said the wallet had to catch up to her.
Yes, pretty much. So I would say that would be the difference between me and my mom. What about you, Ma?
Well, I would agree with you on that front. But the difference between me and my mom is that she could juggle more things at one time. How could I put this? She had organized chaos, if you want to call it that, but it was always, she knew what was going on every second of the day. I mean, she could have a pot cooking, could be changing diapers, whatever the case may be, but she had it all down to a science that the dinner was never burnt, or, she knew where her children were at all times. So I have to say she had it down to a science, whereas I am organized, but it has to be a structured organization.
Yeah, my mom is one task at a time type of person.
Yes.
I'm kind of like in between, like I do multiple things all at one time.
Like a multitasker.
I'm a
multitasker, but it's not like my version of multitasking is different from your version of multitasking.
Yeah, I get it done though. I get it done.
you trying to, you know what, Danielle? Just wait. I'm gonna get you.
Okay.
I get it done.
I'm gonna move
I
on
get
to
it
the-
done in
yeah,
due time.
In due time.
Yeah, it gets done.
Anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next question. So here we go. Okay. What was something that you and your mom used to argue about? I'm gonna give this to Mama Claus. What is something that you and your mom used to argue
It
about?
wasn't really that much that mom and I argued about, except for maybe taking out the garbage. I would rather take it out on my time, and no, you have to take out stuff on grandma's time. The other thing would be sweeping up the floor, like mopping the floor, and taking care of like your chores on a weekly basis.
And what about you, Mom? What is something that you and your mom used to argue about?
Wearing pants. Wearing pants. I will share with you, I did not get a chance to wear pants until I was in 12th grade.
Wow.
And that was because I was on the track team and I had to wear shorts or before that I was wearing skirts. They were like a skirt and shorts built together. But until I got in 12th grade and the gym teacher said to her, because I was running track, she would do better in sweatpants than these skirts. And I was doing pole vaulting also. So that's where I finally got to wear some pants, was on the track field. But before that, no.
That surprised me because I don't think I ever saw grandma in a dress or a skirt. So what she talk? What? I never saw her. She always wore pants.
She had to evolve to it.
The most I ever saw her in was, I remember seeing her in nightgowns, but I don't think I ever saw her in a dress. Like, I always saw her in pants, so that's why I'm shocked about that.
She had to evolve to it, believe me.
Wow, you set a new trend with her. You set a new trend. You were like, okay, look, Ma, I can wear pants. You can wear pants too. And she's like, oh,
yes.
No, this ain't that bad.
That's funny.
I ain't never seen like what. I can't even. Maybe her nurse's uniform was like a dress, but that was in pictures. I don't think I ever physically saw grandma wear a dress. Like I can't think of a time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's
why would I know
that? Okay, Mel, what's something you and your mom used to argue about too?
It's what we still argue about.
And what is that?
Mom and I argue with my lack of obedience. I don't listen. I don't listen. I don't listen to nobody. I don't even listen to myself. It's a problem.
Right? Would you agree with that, Mama Claus? Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
I don't listen. But I'm trying. Like, I'm trying to hear people out. Like, and you can
hear it.
I hear it, yeah, but I don't go and do. Yeah, I don't do what you tell me to do.
Is that why your daughter acts the way you like that?
Yes, Danielle. Yes, there's generational curses that hopefully can be broken. Okay, but as I got older, even though I have trouble listening, it's not that I don't want to listen. It's just that I want to do what I want to do because I don't see what I did was wrong. And either if I am wrong, I'm not coming to an understanding that what I'm doing isn't right. Mm-hmm. And you're not explaining it in a way that yours is better than what I'm doing. But I'm also learning that sometimes you just got to do what you're told. And then like in my adulthood, I have learned to do what I'm told. But then I can't keep it up because I don't even know why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it because someone told me to do it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And then, I don't know. I feel like, me and my mom used to argue a lot. I feel when I was in my teens, we argued about everything. But now, I don't think we argue too much anymore. I can't remember the last time we had an argument, but I think I see a lot of different perspectives now that I didn't get when I was younger, or I was an angsty teen. I just
can't see you being like having angst. Like,
I don't know.
You're not like one of these other kids be like, shut the blank up, Mom.
You know what? Actually, you know what we had the biggest arguments about? I didn't want to go nowhere. My
Yeah,
mom,
push you out the door.
I will never forget this. My mom was like, "Hey guys, you guys want to go to Disney?" And we were like, "No, we don't want to go to Disney. Who wants to go to Disney? That's not fun."
No, it's the best. It's the funnest place in the world. You're just retarded. You don't pass up a free trip to Disney.
We didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. And
I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
And then I remember my mom had got us tickets to go to the Apollo. And everybody's like, yeah, it's an Apollo. I'm like, we don't want to go to Apollo. Nobody cares about the Apollo. Nobody wants to go.
There is something wrong. You talk about me. What?
Like my mom made us go though. We had fun. It was
who did
fun.
you see?
You
weren't even paying attention.
I forget who.
You should have gave me those tickets,
like,
Mama. You should have gave me them tickets. I would have met you at the Apollo.
I'm pretty sure she didn't know you then.
I mean, we would have found a way, I guess. She would have put it on Craigslist. I would have been there.
I don't know. I just didn't want to go, and then she had us go, and that was fun. It was like almost a fight to
do anything
when it came to experiences.
That's so funny.
I just did not want to do it.
Because Mom was telling me at 12, she's like, "Hey Mel, why don't you go to the club?" I was like, "What? Like me?" He's like, "Yeah, go ahead." I'm like, "Okay." It's like Mom didn't have no trouble getting me out the house. I never want to be there.
Nah, I was the opposite. I was a homebody kid. I had a struggle going out. I did not want to go outside. I did not want to be around other people. We had a fight going to prom. I didn't want to go to prom, and I didn't go.
You sound like my sister.
I didn't go to prom. I was just like, give me the money you would have given me to go to prom. Just give it to me. I'll spend it on something I want to spend it on instead of me being miserable at a place I don't want to go to. So yeah, I would say that would be that was sad. Our biggest arguments. You feel sad?
I feel sad.
I don't feel sad.
I bet you have no feelings.
What would you say? What would you say we argued about? Would you say that's about right, Well, that we argued about?
I would say that's right. That's right. She didn't want to go anywhere.
I didn't want to go anywhere. But now that I'm older, I'm like,
you want to go on an adventure, baby?
I know. I always say that to my godkids and my niece and nephew. I'm like, y'all want to go on an adventure? Let's go places.
Let's go.
But I think now, as I'm older, I realize that my mom was just trying to open up new opportunities to us that they didn't get to have growing up. And I think I took that for granted. But now, as an adult, being broke and not being able to go nowhere when I want to leave the house.
I wish I could go to Disney World.
I wish I could go to Disney right now. Like,
is that offer still on the table?
Can I still go?
Ask her for permission. Mom.
I realized she was just trying to give us opportunities that she didn't have growing up, and I definitely took that for granted.
But I feel like maybe that's just the kids' like job. That's their role, is to take whatever their parents are trying to teach them, all their lessons, take them for granted.
Okay, so here we go. Here's a good question. I'm gonna start with you, Mel.
Okay, you always start with me.
Yeah, because you're right there.
Okay.
What is something that your mom told you that has always stuck with you, like when you're growing out in public or going out in the world, something that your mom told you that is a part of your character now?
Oh, well, it's not really just my mom, but the first thing that came to mind was, you're a representative of this family. You are a representative of this family. You better represent and put your best foot forward. And, don't go out here embarrassing us. Oh geez, yeah, like I think my parents were always weary about what was gonna come out of my mouth, because you know me, I ain't got no type of filter, and that stuck with me throughout my whole life. And you just be careful the things that you say, think before you do. And another thing that stuck out to me was, what would you do if I wasn't here? Figure it out. I was always saying, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I need help. Like as if it was some type of cop out. Sometimes I actually legit needed help. Like I remember one time bringing in the groceries from the car.
Uh-huh.
I was like, "Mom, you're not gonna help me?" She said, "Mel, what'd you do if I wasn't here?" And in my head, I was like, "Well, I probably wouldn't be going grocery shopping." Like, but yeah, I gotta figure it out. And that's something that like I always figured out. My mom definitely raised an independent Black woman. Because you always gotta figure it out one way or another. Because no one's gonna help you.
Okay.
You gotta help yourself.
All right. So, Mama, what is something that your mom that stuck with you that your mom told you growing up as a kid that still sticks with you to the today?
Well, I do have to say, she said, always be aware of your surroundings at all times. Because where we grew up, we had to walk to school because it was during the busing time and all that sort of thing, integration.
Oh.
So she always had us go to school in a group and always be aware of what's going on around you and never take anything from anyone. And that meant, you know, they could call you names and everything else, but the moment they put their hands on you,
on and popping.
It was different. So that has stuck with me. You know, some people may say sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That was a phrase. And that has stuck with me. You can say whatever you want to, but when you put your hands on me, that's another matter.
She about that life.
I know.
She about that life. I am too. She about that life.
And to this day, I do have to say, another thing that stuck with me was we didn't have any ear piercings or anything like that because my mother was a firm believer of if God wanted you to have holes in your earlobes, he would have put them there. So, and plus I found out later on, if you did have on earrings and they were clip-ons, you could take them off when you needed to.
Don't even.
So I just, I don't want to promote violence, but I did get into my scrapes along the way because I was in a Caucasian surrounding the majority of my life, and I still am now.
Yeah.
So I just say that always be mindful of what's around you.
Tell you something. Let me tell you a story about my mom. Hold on. Let me tell you a story about my mom real quick. This is my favorite story. Okay.
All right.
So she was on the highway, right? She's driving, minding her business.
Where we going?
I don't know where she was going, but she was going somewhere.
Okay.
And she had this white guy, you know, call her some derogatory names.
The caucasity.
And she got out of her car. You tell her a story about what you do. What you do?
What'd you do? What'd you do, Miss Lita?
I plead the fifth.
That's not what she did. She know what she did.
This was in her younger years. You know what? I'll save that story. But she just know that
don't catch Lita out in the streets.
Just know that that person don't mess with her no more.
No.
Just know that person don't mess with her no more. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mama Qualls. What about you? What is something that your mom told you that has stuck with you?
Yeah.
If you get your work done first before you play or anything like that, you basically will appreciate your time for play a lot better. Get your work done first, and then you can play.
All right. Don't go now. My mom told me, and I'll never forget that. I apply to this for my whole life. Don't ask anybody to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. And I'm
Look at all
with
this
that.
independence.
Yeah, independent. Like, don't ask anybody to do something you're not willing to do yourself. If you're not willing to put yourself in their shoes or in that position, or you lead by example, then don't ask anybody else to do it. Now, it's one thing if you need help, that's something else. But if it's something that you are perfectly capable of and you're asking somebody else to do it as if they're your slave, that don't fly.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to do it yourself. So don't ask of anybody that you're not willing to do yourself. The other thing that my mom taught me that still sticks with me now is people don't care about things until it happens to them. So
that's really real.
Yeah, people don't care about things until it happens to them. So, you know, if that's the case, you try to treat people how you want to be treated. It kind of goes together. You try to treat people how you want to be treated. Even if somebody is, you know, having a bad day, you try to treat them with respect always. But, you know, you can tell somebody what you're going through and they might not be reciprocal, like they might not be reciprocal of it. But then when it happens to them, they want to lean on you and they want you to be there for them, but they couldn't be there for you. So just remember that, like, just don't say to them, like, personal. Hey, remember, I was in the same boat and you didn't have my back then. So don't expect me to, I'm gonna treat you like you treated me, you know? Don't expect me. And if I decide to help you out, just know that it's by the grace of God and not me.
Right.
So that's what my mom always taught me. Okay. So here's another question. Okay. What is your favorite memory with your mom?
There were so many, but a lot of my favorite memories had to do with her just having on an individual basis, helping her you know, do things that we would just do things around the house together. And as I said, you know, it was a simple life, but, you know, washing clothes together, you know, just handling the chores of the household. Those are some favorite memories because my mother wasn't one to go anywhere. And I know where Danielle gets it from. So also attended church together, you know, that sort of thing. But I really enjoyed our family holidays together when everybody would be together and we got a chance to just be in each other's company. And I do have to say that's something that I miss now that we, our family, as big as it is, we haven't done recently, especially during these COVID times, but during this pandemic. But I look forward to that happening in the future again, that our families can get back together and enjoy each other's company. But those were some of my favorite times with my mom, because you could just see the nurturing value that she had, that she just spread to each of the family members.
Okay. All right. What about you, Mama Claus?
When Mom used to take me to the beach, that was always fun. She'd just be relaxing at the beach with her book, and I got to just go run around and play and do whatever, show her my little nonsense castles and the little things that we would do to prepare to go to the beach. We didn't make it complicated. All we needed was a blanket, the umbrella, and a couple of chairs, and that's it. And that's all we needed. And that was, the simple things were just so much fun.
What about you, Mel? What's your favorite thing with your mom? Memory.
I like when I think about memories with my mom, I remember, like, this is a very early memory. I remember when Mom and I used to go shoe shopping together, and she would take me to Stride Rite And I would ask her, like, Mom, can I get some new shoes? Can I get some new shoes? And she's like, we just bought some. I was like, yeah, but they're too small now. And I feel like I was lying. I just enjoyed going. I just enjoyed going to the shoe store with her. It's like, and it's nothing about feet. Well, even and maybe it is about feet because my mom, she used to like take my foot and she goes,
Oh,
she died. She used to grab my ankle like, that's stinky. But yeah, taking me to Stride Rite and trying on shoes, and I felt like we had a little playlist, and she had this mixtape,
Mhm.
and because this is back in the 90s when we didn't have CD players in cars, we put the cassette tape in there, and we'd be jamming to, like, some house music that my dad made, like some type of mix. Oh my gosh, it used to be so much fun. And I think it was just because she would spend quality time with me and actually like see me. Cause back then, my mom is very, very busy. Like she's about her business. And when I got the one-on-one time, it really meant a lot to me because I felt like she was actually seeing me and not just like having Mel do this, Mel do that. Oh, we gotta go here, or we gotta go there. She was paying attention to me and seeing and checking up on me, like, oh, how does this feel? How does that feel? And even though it was just shoes, it was like she was actually asking me how I felt about stuff.
Okay. Oh, that's sweet. That's cute. My favorite memory of my mom, I would say, I have so many. But one that really sticks out with me is when I was little, we used to do, my mom used to play music Saturday mornings, and that's when we did our chores. We did all our chores. We would vacuum, do all that. But when she didn't, we would throw these little mini concerts and we'd be singing like along with the we'd be singing along with the tracks, and everybody had their notes. So when the note came on, it was time for me to hit the note, or it was time for James to hit the note. And then my mom was the one who taught us harmony. So if we were listening to like Kirk Franklin or something like that, there was I was alto. James used to sing the soprano part because he could always hit like higher notes than us. And then my older brother had like the tenor part, and we would just harmonize and stuff like that. So that's what I remember. Oh, I have one other thing too. My mom taught me how to read early. She taught me how to read and write early. I had a word wall. When I tell you I had the word wall, you would come into the house and there'd be words all over the place. And that's how I learned how to read. That's how I learned how to write. That's how I was reading and writing before I started kindergarten, because my mom was very much a big on our education. So, and she used to do these little Saturday morning quizzes with us too. Like we had to go and find stuff in the encyclopedia.
This is a good.
I like learning and stuff, but it helped me a lot because I learned how to research things on my own and do half the things. Like, how you think I learned how to build the website and all the stuff for the podcast? I had to do the research.
Yeah.
My mom taught me key skills here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this podcast was actually brought to you by Lita Brandon. She's the sponsor. She's the official plug.
All right. So this is the last question. Okay. Here's the last question. All right. So if there was something, okay. Wait, what's the question? Okay. I'm sorry. What is something about your mom that you still don't understand to this day, but then you realize you do it now? You do it yourself.
Oh.
So we're gonna start. I'm gonna start with Mama Qualls there. What is something about your mom that she did that you're like, why'd she do that? But then you realize you do it yourself.
Losing something. Like, okay, so grandma would leave her glasses. Does anybody see my glasses? Does anybody see my glasses? And then we go, Mom, it's right here. Oh, and I'm like, how does that happen?
So you would say you see her viewpoint, you like her point of view now that you're older, you understand it a little bit better.
Yeah, I understand now. But with other little things, and you're like, have you seen it? Have you seen it? Where is it? And then you get Trenton, Mom, it's here. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Right. Okay. And then Mama, what about you? Like, what is something that your mom always did? You're like, why did she do that? But you do it now.
I do have to say it's the helping hand syndrome. You know, why is she helping this sibling out whenever I know what happened in the background and she didn't know the real story? But they came to her with another story. She believed them and she helped them out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I look at myself now and I know I do the same thing because I get one story, but I know that there's a background story.
It don't matter.
And I know that I'm not getting the full scope of the situation, but I still go ahead and help them out.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have to say that's just a mothering thing that you do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even though you know that there's a background story, but you still gonna help your child regardless.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, that, with my mom, let's see, there's so many things that I do that I didn't realize, but when I was younger, I think the biggest thing that I didn't realize was like my mom drank a lot of coffee. Like
Yeah.
she drank tons and tons of coffee. I'm like, why you need so much coffee, girl? Like, what you doing? Like, what's going on? But now as an adult, geez, Louise, sometimes I feel like I can't make it through a day without a cup. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like, I'm so tired.
Not enough energy in the
I
day.
need this. Like, yo, like, I need some coffee. And if the difference though is my mom has these big cups. I just need a sip or two.
Mhm.
Once I have my sip or two, I'm usually good. I don't need to keep drinking for the rest of the day. So that's one thing. My mom can drink coffee all day and then be knocked out at 9 o'clock and be out. And I'd be like, how
do you sleep with coffee?
how you got all this caffeine in you? She could drink a cup of coffee at 8 p.m. and still be out by 10.
Have a sound sleep.
I'll be like, how? What are you doing? Like, for me, if I have coffee past, like, I want to say 3, I'm done. Like, I'm up for the rest of the night. So I try to maintain my coffee intake. But that was the one thing I couldn't understand. How does a person drink so much coffee? But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, yo, I get it. I don't have the energy. I need it. I like that was that. What about you, Mel?
My thing, and Mom might not appreciate this, but I'm gonna say it anyway because y'all know me. I never understood why my mom could like walk around in her birthday suit so freely in her house. I'm like, yo, Mom, like nobody wants to see this. I mean, maybe your husband, but like, I know I don't want to see this. And like, I got my house, and 9 times out of 10, when all the doors are closed and the windows are shut. and not even that, like Mom will like be hardcore cleaning but naked. I'm like, what is in the bathroom? And she's like, oh, it's, you know, when you're done, you just take a shower and you're ready for the day. And I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And now that's the only way that I get that's the only way I feel like I can really clean now. I'm sorry, Mom, but I never understood that joke.
But now she does.
But now I do. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I feel comfortable. Mom made it acceptable for me to be comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so this is one thing I want to say to y'all and before we go. First of all, I'm gonna apologize to my mom, and me and Mel go apologize to y'all. Mama, I'm so sorry for all the times that I didn't listen to you.
I was gonna say, what are we apologizing
for all the times I didn't listen to you, for all the times I had an attitude for just waking up in the morning, for just like, I don't know, just having taking some things for granted and stuff like that. So I just want to apologize now because I know you did the best that you could.
Yeah.
And I know we have our disagreements and we have our moments where we definitely could have handled things differently and not got so heated. But I still love you, and I just want to let you know that, you know, without you, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. So that's what I wanted to say. Your turn, Mel.
Mom, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being so hard-headed, and I'm sorry for trying to make my voice louder than yours and not knowing what being disrespectful is.
Now she know because she got a daughter just like her.
Yeah,
like her.
I'm sorry that I gave you such a hard time when you were trying to help me or trying to cop out by saying, "Oh, I'm confused." When you're trying to help me with my homework at 2:00 in the morning. I'm sorry for those long nights. And I apologize for not really taking the time to see your side of how much that you've done for me and the family. Oh, got me start tearing up. Like, I'm really sorry, Mom. I really didn't know. But now she did. Chuck is hard. You're making me cry. I'm so sorry. You know what? You was right. You could have a daughter. You could have a daughter for this reason. Because you deserve it. And I'm so sorry I put you through all this. I'm sorry that I keep putting you through these. Like, I don't even know if you had like sleepless nights thinking like, yo, is she gonna be okay? But I'm all right. I'm here. I made it. And I'm still thinking about you. I know. I miss you, Mommy. I'm sorry. All right, y'all. We're gonna end the episode on this, but I just want to say this for all the people out there. Hey, happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Number 2, if you have a mom in your life, your mom's still here, just, you know, appreciate her, show her some appreciation because she really does try. I'm not saying that there are great mothers out here. I think everybody's trying their best to do what they can. But if you are a mom and you're still trying to figure it out, you know, I would say, you know, lean on your mom. Like, she probably gave some really good teachings that you didn't realize that were really good at that time. So definitely do that. And that's all I got to say pretty much for this. Lean on them while they're still here, because you never know. Like, they might just take up another job like 12 hours away. And then, like, you know, you only get to see them parts of the year. And, you know,
or through Zoom,
you know. I mean, I'm grateful that she's still around. I wish we were a little bit closer in distance, but, you know, she doing her thing out there in the Midwest. But like, definitely appreciate them while they're here. Listen to your moms, because they're not saying this. That's another thing. You know what my mommy said? You think I'm just saying this to hear myself talk? They're not. They wish they could stop talking. And another thing, when they say that they're resting their eyes, they're not. They're sleeping. They
thinking about trees.
No such thing as resting eyes.
All right. I don't know if we really had advice. Oh, excuse me.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I don't really know if we really had advice for this episode other than just
no. The advice is listen to your dang mom.
Yeah, trash your mom
or get beat.
So anyway, we're gonna end the episode on this. Thank you, Mommy.
I love you, Mom.
Thank you guys for being
on.
Brandon. Thanks, Mom.
And as always, you guys can check us out at www.allegedlycredible.com, and also let us know, what do you appreciate about your mom the most? What is something that she taught you that has stuck with you? Let us know in the comments.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, on our YouTube page, on our website, and also you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Allegedly Credible, also TikTok as well. And then you can also follow us personally. You can follow me at Creative Lady Faye on Instagram, and Lady Faye 212 for my fitness journey. And go ahead, Mel.
You can follow me on Instagram under Mellow_Supremo, and you can follow me on TikTok in the same Mellow_Supremo.
All right, guys, have a good one. Happy Mother's Day,
Happy
guys.
Mother's
Again.
Day.
All
Happy
right,
Mother's
Thank
Day.
you. And likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.